Oh, you poke too, huh? Here, come on. Haha, my poker is more effective than yours. Wait, can I just do this? No way the game is just gonna let me do this. I think it is. Am I really gonna get away with this? I sure am. Oh crap. Angus and ooh, new move. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that was nice. You know, that's probably this is probably gonna be the short for today. Press X to attack and Z to lift items and down foes. Oh, I'm gonna press X to attack, alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Wither in a line. Hell yeah. Now you stuck. Hang on. Oh yeah. Oh, wither in a line. Hell yeah. Now you stuck. Hang on. So we're grabbing that. I knew red was your color. I agree. Haha, I've got your head. I've got your head. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I've got your head. Haha, I've got your head. I've got your head. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I've got your head. How do you like that, huh? Real look. Oi! Ah, 2 in 1. Throw! How do you like that, huh? Oi! Ah, 2 in 1. Throw! How do you like that, huh? Oi! Ah, 2 in 1. Throw! There we go. Okay. Why would it do that? Yeah, let me just mute that. Okay. Whew. Man, that was awful. Actually, I don't know why it's like that, because when I do it like this, it fills it in. Maybe I'll find the other video. Hang on. There we go. It's just something for everyone to look at. Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm Red, and this is the very first weekly roundup where we talk about streams of the past week, and we also, well, I also give news about channel updates and such other things. And I have a lot to talk about today, since this is going to be the very first. There won't be any game playing today, just this. Alright, let me round out my notes. Okay. Okay, we're good. So, to start things off, I'm going to talk about the state of the channel as it is currently. The state of the channel, as of right now, is sitting at a, I think, pretty decent 140 subscribers and 140 plus subscribers, and a pretty good average of like around 1,000 views per short, which is something that I'll get into later. And also, I'm still have like net issues, so a lot of the streams sort of end up like not as well as I think they would be. Because always, as like the entertainer here, I just want to give like the best I can give, for my viewers, whether they be ones that are a part of the stream currently or ones later. Because I do notice that when I look at like not only my YouTube statistics, but also of like the view account of like the streams like the day after, they usually have like around 30-ish, depends on the game. Oh, and also the monthly shorts ones, they sort of average around like 10-ish. Which I sort of guess that like anyone coming into the channel and like you see the start of the stream, you kind of see like what's on the screen now. And this was from January. For some reason, the video format from the one for February was like squished, and I didn't know how to fix it. I don't even know what happened, to be honest with you. My editor just asked out. Also, I'm still working on like settings. I'm quite happy with how the setup of like my streams are usually when I play like retro games, because usually you come by in the stream and you see like where the game is like on the left, and I'm usually on the lower right. You guys or the chat is usually up in the upper right. Hey, Mimi, welcome to the stream. Glad you could stop by. But doing the thing for today, the first weekly roundup, I think I might have to try something a bit more decorative. But that's probably going to be in like another section I have planned to talk about. But yeah, as for the state of the channel as it is, we're still pretty much, well, to be honest, we're pretty low scale. I'm a pretty low scale YouTuber going into the whole VTuber scene, and that's always like a rocky road. But hey, we're pushing through. Because like I said, we're sitting at a decent number. At least for someone who's been doing this for like, what, 3 months? I think. I don't know. I have to think about it. Math is not my strong suit. So anyway, on to the next thing I want to talk about is the future of the channel. So it's going to keep going. I'm not going to plan on stopping anytime soon. But I am running into an issue, which is what birthed the idea of the weekly roundup in the first place, is that I'm running out of games to play. Not that I can't find a game to play. Honestly, with the tech that's that's available on the internet, I can literally play whatever I want. The issue being, which is going to be in another section, is that whether or not it fits the identity of the current identity of the channel itself, and whether or not I can play the thing in the first place. So first things first is that I know I'm doing a bunch of Onimusha runs, But as of now, Onimusha Way of the Sword does not have a release date. Well, at least not one I am aware of. So once I'm done with Dawn of Dreams next Tuesday, that'll probably be enough Onimusha content until that happens. Or Way of the Sword may not happen in the first place, may not happen at all, just due to the fact that modern game development kind of squeezes out, like, well, you know, like how all rich things are in, you know, cultures. One sec. Okay, that should help. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I think from here on, I'm going to rewrite the title to like my Onimusha videos, where it's just about the game, and remove the Road to Way of the Sword part of it, because as of right now, Way of the Sword is kind of an uncertainty. Not that I won't try, it's uncertain. And to segue from that, no wait, I'm still at the same thing. Oh my god, my brain is so all over the place. There are also a number of games that I do want to play, both for the channel and for myself, that are coming out there around the indie market. Like, I'm not sure if I can show it off here. Maybe I can. I don't know, it'd be kind of weird to play a video on screen. Like, I think that'd be okay, right? Better safe than sorry. So my current lookup list for like the channel is, at least for as far as newer games, Blast Cats is on the list. I'm waiting for that to come out. It's still in development. You can check out the developer's channel. Really good stuff. The game looks really fun. I'm pretty sure I've played the demo like 2 or 3 times on the channel already. And it's a fun game, and I do plan to play that on stream. One other game that I may not be playing on stream, it's maybe not, because due to like some difficulties to like another game I was playing earlier this month, Ledgerbound is a game that is totally in my scope. It's a really fun game, and it's honestly one of those games that got me back into the strategy RPG route, because I haven't really shown it on the channel or anything, but I used to enjoy those kind of games like Fire Emblem, Valkyria Chronicles, and Disgaea, and the such. I've had to drop out, but Ledgerbound picks it right back up, with it being not only a really funny game. I've played the demo a couple times here. Actually, maybe I should get that. Hang on. It's my own video. I should get my Ledgerbound video. Give me a second, so I can put it on screen while I'm talking about it. I came in totally unprepared. It was like months ago, I think. Here, we'll just play this part. Sound off so it doesn't like go over what I'm saying. Let me move a little. Yeah, like right. No, we're gonna get into a battle. Here we go. Okay, we'll just do this. Cool. Okay. So yeah, like I said, this game is totally on the scope, but I am debating whether or not playing the full game on the channel. Not really because of like instances that I do want to talk about later for like another game. But I'm not sure if this one will be even like interesting to watch, and I have to worry about that. So this one's kind of like in like if you can imagine like a mental bin where it's like, oh, games for stream and games for me. It's sort of like in the middle. I'm gonna have to see like later. But this, I think this still has a demo on. They kind of have like a demo that comes on periodically. So definitely check it out if you're new to the channel here, or like you just want to try it out for yourself. Yeah, Ledgerbound, it's cool. Oh, and nope, that's not the button. Oh geez, there is two of me. That is not what I wanted to do. What button was it? This one. Oh god, I can't see myself. Oh, here we go, certificate. Yeah, let me shrink that. There we go. Yeah, so I also have like this thing I like to show off when I'm playing the game. If I do play it on stream, it's probably gonna be like part of like, it's gonna be part of the screen somewhere. Really funny story this, if anyone's interested in seeing it, hearing it. Let me see, another game I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna have to boot Steam, because my brain is scatterbrained right now. I am trying to think. Okay, yeah, so Digimon Story Time Stranger is a game I want to talk about too. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with it. I actually liked the game. I played the demo on stream, and it was really fun, and I could play it. The issue is that the reason I haven't done it yet is because, well, let's face it here. New games in the modern day are like it's a complete circus. You know, if you haven't seen it, you'll know. Like, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. But like, look, $70 for like a game is kind of nutty. I know it's like money is kind of like a weird subject to bring up, but we gotta look at like how this is going to influence gaming in the future and who actually gets to play and showcase these games. It's different. Excuse me, I'm still battling cold. Let me see. Romeo is a Dead Man as another one of those games that are sort of like in like that maybe pile. Cause I guess the first thing to know about your favorite Gray Fox streamer, Haya. I fucking love No More Heroes. Suda51's works are, I think, mostly good. A few of his earliest stuff is kind of like things I just don't completely understand. It's too philosophical for me. But like No More Heroes is fun as all hell. It's my favorite video game of all time. And yeah, I have considered playing it on stream. I don't know how the Steam version is, and getting to play the game on anywhere else but the use of a capture card, which is something I do want to talk about, is a little interesting. Because for those of you that don't know, No More Heroes was a game that was originally made on the Wii, the Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii, it had a unique control function. The controllers were two parts, and you held them on either hand. They had the Wiimote, which went in your right hand, and it had like a laser pointer, like a television controller. in like a little sensor bar. And what you would do when you're playing the game, you would like do like motions, right? And you can play the game. And your left hand was where the thumbstick was. They called that the nunchuck, and that did its own stuff. The issue with it is that while future editions of No More Heroes could be played without those motion controls, it's not only just like a question of like changing the experience of the game itself, but also that there are leftover stuff from those following editions that kind of make it hard to do. Like, I know that I am aware No More Heroes Heroes Paradise is kind of like a soft remake of No More Heroes 1, and you could just use a controller on that one. But it's on PS3, now I have to go download some other stuff, and it's a big pain. So if I do get No More Heroes on for the stream, it would have to be on Steam, or using like the Steam version. I have to go do some research for that. Let me see if I can find some other games that I'm looking forward to. Wild Tactics. Yeah, this is another one of those games that I'm definitely going to do on the stream. It doesn't have the same sort of issues that I am going to talk about later that Ledgerbound may or may not present. Because Wild Tactics is more straight on the point of just being a turn-based strategy RPG. You know, isometric camera and all that. If you played XCOM, you kind of know what you're going at. It's just, well, furry. For lack of a better word. It is what it is. So I'm definitely going to grab that when it comes out. And it also has a demo out. And I also have a video for it. I wonder if I can find it. Because I don't think I streamed it here on... Oh, wait. Yes, I did. I sure as hell did. Cool. Yeah, we'll just do this part. So as you see, the game looks pretty fun. This is from like a very early build though. This is not the demo that's currently available. If there is one, I should check. Though I'm not putting my fluffy foot in my mouth. Yeah, definitely. There is definitely a demo. Okay. Yeah, this is from like an earlier build. This is like a alpha tester demo that went up to like a certain point. So the footage here, it probably doesn't represent what the demo has, or definitely not what the full game is gonna have. But as you see, it looks interesting. It has a pretty good, I guess the plot's okay, but that's not the point here. This is definitely going to be a game that once it releases, or maybe a little afterwards, you know, definitely going to play this one on stream. Let me see, Blast Cats, which does have a demo. Check that out too. I am looking forward to another indie game called Nightmare Operator, and that's probably going to be for me. I don't have any footage to show you, but if you just go check it out, it's a really cool game, honestly. It's got retro graphics, over the shoulder. If you played Resident Evil 4, you kind of know what you're looking at. It's got ghosts, you can shoot them. I think it's mission based. I don't know, I haven't checked on the game for a while. It does not have a demo, so you really can't try it out. Or I probably would have. Like, if a demo shows up for Nightmare Operator, I will definitely play it on stream, but full game as it looks, I might not. Because I can't just play every game I come across on stream, you know? Let me see what else I can find. Ooh, the Shadow Syndicate. Yeah, this game looks really fucking cool. So, if you ever had like an Xbox 360, there's a couple games on there that very much remind me of the current game that's coming out. If you played a game called The Darkness or The Darkness 2, it has that very similar vibe where it's like got an nigher city bound kind of look, and it also has like a mix of like eldritch horror attached to it. Now, there's not really a place to find information for updates on the Shadow Syndicate, but I'm pretty sure they have a website or a Discord if you're still on that. But this is definitely a game I'm going to play on stream. This game looks awesome. Like, if I had a demo, I'd be playing it, like, this week. Yeah, no demo. Let me see if there's some other games I could talk about. I have played Odd Town before. On here. I don't know if I did it strictly on YouTube or if I did it when I was streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I think I did it when I was streaming on Twitch. Yeah, here we go. So this game in particular is super goofy. The premise being is that you're a guy and you're stranded in like this. What I can think of is like a very small spot of like some Italian looking kind of place, and it's a very goofy game. Very goofy game with a very weird story. I don't know if I'm gonna play this on stream. This is like in the most likely. Most likely I'm going to play this on stream. Once it comes out, definitely. So, yeah, look forward to this. Like, see, you munch on a pizza and he just vomits all over the place. You can throw bricks. It's a chaotic game. I imagine once this game comes out and catches wind, that there's going to be like a number of YouTubers just making like very short videos about this. I can totally see that. But like a whole playthrough? I don't know. Let me see. Here's another one that's going to be in the maybe list. Kind of leaning onto the for me. Because if you've been on the channel, and welcome to those who are new, who are just coming into this sort of messy stream of mine. Yeah, I'll just play this one. I like playing point and clicks. Now, to summarize a point and click, it's a story-driven video game that's essentially just a big puzzle. You go on here, you're playing, like in this one, you're playing as Waffles. The point of a point and click is that you solve puzzles and you progress through the story by pointing and clicking at things, where it starts an engagement from like the characters or the things around them, or you use items that are on you and it'll help you progress into the story. Basically, if you can think survival horror without the horror or the horror part or the item management part, you kind of get the gist of what a point and click is. I kind of imagine everyone's played these once in a while. But the one I want to talk about today is one I've actually have tried to get footage for on stream, and it's become catastrophic both times. So it might be a game just for me because it's cursed. The game is cursed. Moses and Plato, Last Train to Clawville. Written and made by the same people who are doing Wild Tactics now, and who also made 2 other point and click games, The Chicken Police. Moses and Plato, you play as detectives Moses and Plato. You're on a train. Some guy gets whacked. You gotta solve the case. I like that kind of stuff. Obviously, if you watch me stream, you know that I played both Inspector Waffle games, and I have played the second Duck Detective game. Not the first one. The first one I played by myself, but that was like way before I started streaming. What you're seeing here is like when I was doing Twitch. I think what I'm going to do with Moses and Play is that once it does come out, I'm going to try to stream it once. Because the last 2 times I tried to stream the demo, everything went wrong. The stream died, my net was like destroyed. The game wouldn't run for some reason. Because it's super low. I don't want to say that. It's a super simple game. A lot like Waffles. There's pictures, not much else going on, no effects. It's just telling you a story with like these pictures. And I don't know, for some reason the stream just did not like that. So I'll attempt it, and we'll see from that point. Chunky Jump, another game that I played on here. I'm not sure if I have the footage for that here. I had thought I did. Also, don't mind that you can see some of my subscriptions. I don't care. No, that was like way before. We're time traveling. Hang on. I know it's in here. Because I can't look at my playlist either because it's a game that I played like once. Oh, jeez. Wait, I don't think I have it. Oh, weird. Hey, I remember playing Chunky Jump. There it is. Let me get into like the first night, because it is a Five Nights at Freddy's clone that I think it has a bit more direct story in a bunch of mini games. Let me see, night 1. Here we go. All right. So this game is, for the lack of a better term, it's a Five Nights at Freddy's clone, or very inspired by it. There's a big monster trying to kill you while you're just doing your overnight job. To progress nights, you turn on the game that you see now, and once your night is done, if you complete the level in the game, it's not timed. You have to complete the level that's in like the game that's in the game to get through a night. And of course, there's like secret stuff to find, secret stuff to see. It's a little creepy pasta-ish, but it's a decent game. It has a demo. I'm sorry, I was watching. Anyways, I think I'm not even sure if I want to play this game, to be honest with everyone. I might. Maybe if it's out like around like October this year. That's not like the release date or anything. I'm just speculating. I'm just talking. Like if it's around like the Halloween season, this might end up on the stream. Otherwise, it's just not a game for me. I just don't play these kind of games on my channel. But this one's a hard maybe. Let me see what else we can get into. Oh yeah, Tenebrae Somnia. Whew, that's a hard name to say. Yeah, I know I played this here. Here we go. I liked this game. I know earlier I said that horror games are going to be kind of a rarity around here, but this one's good. Check out the video whenever you can, or try the game out yourself. this one, it's really decent. I might play this one. I think I will. Now that I'm talking about it, I think I will play this game on stream. So look forward to this one. It's an interesting game. It has kind of a weird story to it. If you ask me, it's a bit whimsical. Like, so you have like this other like sect of like evil magic people, and they take people from like the, I guess, the living world or the waking world, promise them something they obviously can't do, and they bring them into like this nightmare that's like made specifically for them, or made out of their own nightmares or feelings. And while that's very reminiscent to Silent Hill, this game presents the concept in a different light, I think. It's also an indie game. And the funny thing about these guys is that they actually have a YouTube video that says that their live action sequences, like when the monsters come out, it's not AI. And I find that funny that they actually had prepared a video because they knew people were going to say something. I thought so. Because it's like very good. It's like really good practical effects. Let me see if I can find like a cutscene. Here we are. Check this out. Cool, huh? It's like a movie. Like a live action movie, but it's a video game. So this one is definitely going to be on a stream. I think that's going to be like... I do want to talk about Fate's Keeper, but the problem with Fate Keeper, it's one of those ones where I may not be able to touch at all due to like certain limitations. So we're gonna see about that. Let me see, what else can I talk about while I'm on this subject? No, I think that's it. That's all I can talk about this subject. So I'll just let this play on while I talk about some other things. So I do want to talk about the identity of the channel itself and where it's standing at right now when it comes up to like how I'm presenting it and how I'm presenting things to like future viewers. So first of all, this is I'm quite happy with it being a retro / indie based channel for video games. I do want to play more AAA titles on the channel too, but mostly it's going to be retro games, which the way I see a retro game is not exactly with the way it looks, because you could look at the game that's on now and call this a retro game, which you'd be right, it's very retro styled. But when I say retro, I mean games that are above like it's gonna make people feel ancient, but like PS3, it's nearing retro, guys. We have to face it. I know it's gonna make a lot of us feel like Gandalf the Grey type, but it's coming. So I definitely do want to play more PS2 titles, PS1 titles, a GameCube title. I do want to play Star Fox Adventures or Assault here, but I think the last time I tried that, it did not work out. It crashed hard. So I might try and still figure that out. You never know. And while we're at it, I do want to talk about what happened, because I'm now talking about the identity of the channel. I do want to talk about what happened during the Rusty C's streams. And I'll make it very short, but I do want to play the game for you on stream. Like right here. Yeah, here. Maybe this is a bad spot. Wait. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so first things first. There's nothing wrong with this game. It's very fun. I do agree maybe it was a mistake on my part to actually try and play it on like a public platform, because I did not figure the kind of attention that it would get. Which is kind of stupid. I should have thought about it. But I guess I just don't see it the same way. Because not only were there like net issues with it, but there were certain individuals that came over on chat that were very bossy and that did not respect the rules, and had just assumed because that they were the cause of a stream ending, which they were not. Like the stream that's playing on right now, again, what happened was my net crashed. I've made a post about it. I put it up everywhere. Something happens, I'm very apologetic about it, and I'm being honest. But when the next stream came up for this game, which is the last one that you see on the channel, they were not present because at the end of this stream, I had just, dealt out the punishment. Which is funny because I don't want to play Gooner games on here. I understand that this has potential to be that kind of thing. I kind of don't see that, but the 2,000 some views on the short that was taken from this game do. And that's not how I want to represent the channel at all. So you probably won't be seeing something like this again. I am also aware that like there's a good population of normies, so to say, that believe another game that I do want to play on stream, Atlas, is one of the Gooner games. And look, you're gonna see what you want to see anywhere you want to, you know. Actually, let me get Atlas up. I know I played it at one point. Here we are. I am sorry if anyone heard that. Anyways, so you look at this game, right? And you compare it to like the last game. They're nothing alike. Yes, the potential is there for one of them more, but it does not detract from the game itself. Both games are fine. It's just for some reason that people want to just, put them together in the same spot, where they should be treated as individual games, and they're good. Both are good games. And like I said, if you want to see something like that, like Goonerish, you're gonna see it anywhere you want to. But you can't just like come onto the channel and try to not only drive your point, but also try to drive me to the point where I have to ban you or mute you. Because you can't necessarily ban anyone on YouTube, but you can mute them. I just let this go on. Hang on. What was I doing? There. It's been a while. But this one's definitely staying. Maybe if I can accrue like more of a presence, which is something that I am going to talk about next. And maybe there'll be the potential for like community dungeon runs. I think that would be very cool. to do because you can't play multiplayer in this game. You can get like a good number of players in the same world. I'm not sure how many, but you can get a lot. Definitely more than one. Whew, let me see. And a segue from the previous part about building a presence. I understand being like a small YouTuber, or like anyone is doing things, I don't know, primarily by themselves, because I don't know everyone's experiences. I can only talk about mine. Visibility has been super hard. Because I'm on here on YouTube, I was on Twitch for a while, I have a Blue Sky account, which I put up that I stream on that day, put in the links. Hell, I even post like the shorts. The issue is that visibility is still pretty bad, and on like a certain platform that I mentioned is like screaming into the void. Now, alternatives would be that I go use another platform, obviously. One issue with that is that I am a person that will not that will not give up belief to just for like gain, because if I go over to say like X or something like that, I don't like X. I don't like what X is doing. I don't like the people behind X. I don't want to go to X. The same thing for some other channels. I have thought about TikTok. I'm thinking about it. I want to see where it's all going. I did have a visibility issue on Discord as well, but I left Discord. That's why I don't talk about it anymore. Let me see. What else can I talk about? So yeah, basically there's not much to dwell on there. It's really hard, and I just wanted to complain about it. If anyone who has come by casually to my streams and you thought, hey, he's not talking about that book he wrote at all, well, there's a reason for that. A, is no longer available, so I'm not talking about it anymore. Number two, if you're going to ask, really it was just complications with like where it was at, and it was like a recurrent issue, and it's gone. Not forever. I'm looking for a new place. You know, I'm trying to find a new home, just so to say. So I'll definitely talk about it more often when that happens, but for now it's gonna be in like limbo. Let me see. So there's that. I actually have a paper I'm looking at. Name of the channel, future of the channel, identity, games. Yeah, I did that. That was like a 2-in-1 earlier. Visibility. Oh yeah. So that's all for channel updates for today. Channel updates and some other stuff and upcoming things, and that's what these videos are going to be about. It's going to be channel updates and what we're going to go into right now, which is the actual meat of the weekly roundup, where I play streams of like the past week and I talk about them. Or you could talk about them. We could talk about them. So we'll start with Monday. And we were playing Squirrel with a Gun. I try and keep Squirrel with a Gun on Monday, because honestly I don't have anything to play on Friday. Oh hang on, let me mute that. So that's probably what... It's gonna be weird just hearing two of me. I'm also one of those people that don't like hearing myself, so here we are. Wait a minute. I can still hear it. The fuck? So, last time I played Squirrel with a Gun, we were definitely confused. I feel like I'm just confused most of the time. Yeah, what I'm facing right now with this game is that every time I turn the game on, everything had reset. And I don't understand why. It must be something with like how the game saves itself or something, but I just assume every time I turn it on that like the floats would still be up, the pool would still be drained and such. I really thought this was funny, having like the little agent dude. Also kind of horrifying, I don't know. Having the little Agent G, kind of, I don't know, weird. This is one of those games that like really went into the vein of like Goat Simulator. I say that because Goat Simulator was kind of like the first game of its kind that I interacted with. So that's kind of like where I go to. And it has that same kind of chaotic, sandboxy goofiness to it, which is good. It's a whole genre of games. I believe they made a SpongeBob one too. I heard people saying that was pretty good, but I don't know. Nintendo licensed stuff is kind of like a fickle thing with me, especially like nowadays. Let me see. There is this one part I do want to highlight, where the agents do not shoot you. Ah, I missed out on it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Doesn't matter. So as of this stream, I did go back onto it off stream, and I had farmed enough acorns to get the drone. So next time I play on Monday, that's definitely what we're doing. We're gonna see what the drone does for us. I didn't do anything other than that because I wanted to be able to do it on stream and for everyone to see. The whole thing about this game is that it probably could have been just like a super cut video, maybe 2 videos, but I wanted to do it this way. And honestly, I don't know why this game doesn't get more attention. It's fun. It's a fun game. I do want to get out of that area though. Getting out of this area would be like, I wonder if this is like the end of the game. That's why it's taking me so long. Alright. And then we go on to the next day, which was Onimusha Dawn of Dreams.
It nearly one-shot Roberto. What the heck?
This was difficult, and I have no idea why. It's like the scale of the difficulty when I was playing Onimusha Dawn of Dreams last just like went up. Everything hits a truckload. The NPC ally is dying more often because I'm pretty sure I've said before that the NPC allies are just stupid. They'll stand there and they'll take it.
Still not dead.
They'll stand there and take it, die, and you have to waste your provisions on them. Let me see if I can move on a little further than this so you're not seeing me struggle with that. Wait, is this the part where I used the cannons to kill that big thing?
Nice.
Yeah, because I want to highlight that. That was almost a short. I'm trying to find it.
Hey, wait.
Alright, here we go. Ah, damn. This was almost a short for that day. And of course, I'm always keeping my promise that if you have a favorite part of the stream, let me know which part it was, timestamp it, or just try to like define it or something like that, and I'll turn that into a stream as well. the streams I make for the shorts I make for my streams are not final.
How long do you think it'll take them?
So if there's one from like a past stream you like too, let me know.
Nice.
I'll credit you and I'll be part of like the monthly short compilation. I think there's also a point that when I'm like these boxes, I just straight up gave up. I don't want to take so much time opening them. I'm just trying to crush through the game at this point. Let me see. Yeah, playing as Ohatsu, which they forced me to. I don't want to. You could ask why, but that's going to be a whole hour's worth of stuff, and you probably don't want to hear that. Let me see if I can find the boss fight with Munenori, Mune something.
Get up.
This asshole.
Thank you.
I want to know if there's like a speedrun category for this game. Because you can, like, if you're better at this game than I am, you could have definitely gotten him to, like, flip over you, like, infinitely. Like, I think I remember doing it at some point during the boss battle. I'm like, oh, hey, this is weird. I'm trying to find it. Pocket sand. That's so funny to me. Yeah, you see what I mean? You hit him like 5 times. He flips over you and tries to counterattack. You just move.
Keep it like this?
You see what I mean? I wonder if that's like a strategy
It's so weird because sometimes one of her cuts
or something. I should watch like a speed run of this game and see if that's like a strat. Because if I was better at it and the camera didn't betray me, I probably just could have had him done that the entire time. It would have been boring, but funny as hell. Let me see. Oh yeah, the little dude dying. I think I mentioned it before, like during that stream. But I have a very, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm apathetic or something, but sometimes when they have like characters dying like in a show or in a movie and like you didn't really get to know them very much or they weren't very present, I don't feel bad. They're fictional characters, first of all. Second of all is I've been trying to go through like a story, right? At least try and make it interesting. Like, why should I care for this character? Why should I care about them? They were barely there. And sometimes the characters that are there, I don't like.
Of course he's dead.
It's not this game that has that issue, there's a few other games too. And movies, for that matter, or like some shows. Because they'll have you have like a character that has like this very depressing backstory. You know, they sound like every person on American's Got Idol or something like that.
Can you just kick
They have like this huge story. It was their dream to be there. They're there for like 5 minutes in a single episode, and I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, I don't know. I didn't even get to know this character. Who the fuck are they? I don't know. I don't care. Maybe that's just me. But, there you go.
That's what I want to do. I do want to kick him.
Another thing about that too is that, to deviate a little, Souls games are kind of like that for me as well. Like, the reason people like Solaire a lot is because he was there. In a more active role too. Like, it was an NPC that you can count on summoning at like certain boss fights, and he was pretty decent for the most part. If he didn't do any damage, he was a damn good meat shield.
Hey, this works.
So that's why Solaire is so legendary. But then when they have like other characters trying to fulfill that role, it's almost as if they're just going on with the idea that you're just gonna think about Solaire or just have like the temporary help of fighting a boss, excluding the whole get good crowd.
That was a sick vibe.
Because mechanically, if it's there, you should use it. But like when Solaire dies, you go and reach the story. Yeah, that feels bad because it's like you lost like a character that was there. Everyone else, you know, it's just kind of like, well, they just sit around and have you do the things. What I think is like, it's a staple for game design, but I hate it. I've always hated it. I think everyone hates fetch quests too. Like, ugh. Moving on to the next game that was on Wednesday. You know, we're just gonna move ahead, like here. Okay, wait, no, not there. Here we go.
There. Okay.
I'm going to complete this franchise on stream. I don't know how I'm going to do Sly 4, but I'm going to figure it out. I do want to finish this one. Playing this particular episode, it's... I don't know, I think I had fun with it. Honestly. It took a lot longer than I thought it was. I think the stream was over like my normal, which I usually try and aim for like an hour and a half. For 4 reasons. Because like if I'm playing the game and I'm like, okay, well, this is what I can do, you know, then I'm not going to do any more than what I'm comfortable with.
Alright, we're again.
So there, episode of stream. Make sense? And honestly, I don't think I can fit in two... No, I could. It's just I don't want to. I don't want to sit here and play Sly 2, like 2 episodes in a row on stream. Especially with how fickle, like, OBS and, like, the net is. Ugh. Anyway. I think we're, like, halfway through the game, too. The next episode, which will be on Wednesday, because I try and keep the games in the same day. That's going to be a long one. That's going to be a long, because the next episode is going to have a lot of mini
Grab
games.
the general and bring him back.
A lot of mini games and a lot to
Okay.
do.
How bad can it be? Okay. This ain't so bad. All we gotta do is get down, go to the front door, and beeline over to the hideout, safe house, hideout. Whatever. Is there a difference?
I'm sorry, I was watching. Anyway,
Hey, he was right. He does make a good projectile.
and after this game, I'm definitely going to go straight into Sly 3. Now, Sly 3 is going to be a little crazier of a game, really because that the missions are so different from one another. And that there's way more characters. Way more characters. I think too many characters. And I'm not sure if that's like a normal critique of the game itself. But that's mine. That's my
Right
critique.
into the
Is
well.
that there's too many characters. You could have just kept it 3 or 4, including Carmelita.
That was
And
cool.
you would have been fine. Just fine. Actually, I kind of have the same issue with 4. 4 is the Sly game that is most talked about. Really because not a lot of people in the Sly Cooper community like it. It did a lot of things. It did a lot of weird things, which I think I'll get into
By the way,
more if I ever do play the game. But yeah, last time I played this was fun.
Ow.
Maybe I can find the tank. The tank was my favorite part.
Where'd the old guy go?
Yeah, the tank was awesome. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh man, this sucks. Oh.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. This was fun. I do like the dual control stick
Pretty good at this.
movement. I just kind of wish that you could have also have moved the turret or the gun, whatever that's called. Because like the maneuverability of the enemy tanks, however, where they can shoot like behind them, it would have been more interesting if I could have held a button and moved the gun and moved the tank. But then that would also be weird in like the perspective that it's given. But I do like having like both the sticks for like each side of the tread. That was fun. We probably won't see that again though. I don't think there's anything like this in Sly 3. So there's that. There's a lot of stuff about this franchise that they kind of gloss over or don't talk about or just straight up removed. Like interactions between the characters themselves. Murray got like the worst of it. And some other things. But maybe I'll get into that when we get into that. Sly 4 is going to be awkward. But I'm going to do it. And finally, we will talk about Dragon Quest VIII. Let me see if I can get to the boss fight. Because I think that was the best part. Here we are. Loading, loading, loading. So I have an issue with Dragon Quest. It's not anything about the games, it's more me. It's a me issue. I keep skipping having to grind character levels. I know I mention it like every time, but it's true. I turned this game off and I don't want to touch it until the next time I have to play it. Not that I don't like the game. It's just that it's different. I've played like a lot of RPGs, JRPGs, not just on the channel, because I did have an impartial playthrough of Final Fantasy IX, which no, I'm not gonna go back into because I do not want to cry. I don't know.
So like,
Maybe I hit like 200 subscribers, maybe?
You know what? Let's take a chance.
No? Alright, well anyways. I'll make like a whole video. Watch Red cry, the ending of Final Fantasy IX. Whoa. Anyway.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, last time I played Dragon Quest, it was actually pretty straightforward. Nothing really terrible happened. The net was good. OBS, I think it died like once, but came back really quickly. I don't know. It was pretty good. It was a good stream.
Yeah, we're gonna have Yankees hit really hard.
I do want to make more costumes though, for like more games. It's really just more about the motivation of just doing so. Because I made the costume for like Dragon Quest VIII because I've actually had the game for like a really long time, but I've never beaten it. And making it into a stream and making the costume for it was supposed to be like hyping me up to do it. And it's working because that's actually the furthest I have gone playing this game. Like I never got the boat the last time I played this on my own. So it's working. You guys are helping. You guys are helping me beat the game.
50 should do it.
I'm not gonna play. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna play any other Dragon Quest game because I am curious about Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D or 2D HD, whatever the hell it's called. I am interested in that. I've looked into it. It looks fun.
Whoa.
But it's gonna have to be a point where it's like I'm not playing any JRPGs or anything with an RPG element on that lineup of games. Because I think my problem with this lineup is that I'm playing too many games that have similar concepts. Between Onimusha, having the... Well, you don't have to grind in Onimusha, but there's still that factor of leveling up your characters, leveling up gear.
But now we have another issue.
On Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. And then there's Dragon Quest VIII, where I have to do very similar stuff, which is too much for me at one point, you know? So I think if I do play Dragon Quest 3, or return to Final Fantasy 9, or start another JRPG, it's gonna have to be on a point where I'm not playing a game that has RPG elements. And honestly, I need the break. I need the break. Although I am thinking that once I get to an area that I can farm the metal slimes, I might take a week off from playing Dragon Quest. Like, I'll play something else temporarily so I can just get my characters up to snuff. Like, to the point where it's like I can just cakewalk through the game. Because no one's gonna want to watch you grind. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But most of the time when I watch like a JRPG on like YouTube, like a playthrough or something, I don't want to see that. And I think the uploader, whoever they may be, is aware of that because they don't want to see that. So it's just like this cycle. It's like, we don't want to see you just kill slimes for like 2 hours. But that's the core of the Dragon Quest experience, is looking for metal slimes and going on genocide. Let me see. Oh, that's it. And then there's today.
Alright. We'll weed them down little by little.
I'll just let this play. Okay, so let's see what was on my list. So yeah, that's the weekly roundup. Again, the weekly roundup from here on is going to be every Friday.
It would have been so funny if that was like...
And I'm going to give channel updates. And we're going to talk about the previous streams of that week.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you know what? I do want to play some of the shorts.
Yeah, I did. Oh,
Hold up, guys. Hold up.
didn't mean to.
I do want to play some of the shorts. Like this one. This one is hilarious. I remember Ninja Gaiden. No. Let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about that. Ninja Gaiden is a hard freaking game. But it's really good. It's one of those rare games where it's a great game, but it's also very difficult. If you don't know, again, only master ninjas know. There are these enemy types in the game called Eltras, more commonly known as the ghost fish, because they're a phantasmal fish. What do you want? And they gain up on you. Like, if you look up like videos or something like that, or maybe I find a way to get onto the channel, like I'll have to use a capture card or something like that. I'll have to get my hands on one, or my paws. Anyways, they gang up on you, and like once they bite you, the character like stays still and does like this shimmy, you know, and like it is not just like the one fish. No, you get like 8 of them, and they'll kill you really fast depending like how high in the difficulty you're at. Like Master Ninja mode, it's over. Forget it. Either you roll like your life depends on it, or you master the way of the nunchuck. Or the flail. They have like these 2 sickles. Yeah. Anyways, nunchucks. Whatever. Let me see if I can play some other shorts. I liked this one. I was kind of iffy about like the camera cut. It didn't do as well. It kind of makes me sad.
Oh, this one was just BS. After I made it, I reviewed like the footage, I did see that I was not at full health, so it doesn't really count as a one shot, and I realized that. But still, that is still a crazy amount of health to lose. Look at that. Look at it. Oh yeah, this is nightmare fuel. This got pretty good traction. That's nightmare fuel, okay? I very advise you to go check out the actual stream, because there was a lot more going on with this joke. Because I'm like, oh, this is how they get into your microwaves. Oh, the FBI are in your walls because they're crawling up the pipes. Let me see. Oh yeah, this one. The harp. One, this guy is creepy. Two, harps are expensive. I saw this one on Google. That's like over $70,000, and like they're massive. Harps are huge. I know there's like the kind that's like the little Twiddly Dee Legend of Zelda bullshit, but like when you look up a harp, most of them are like these huge, towering things. And I also don't mean to like offend anyone or anything like that, but seriously, who plays a harp? It's like the triangle. Yeah, okay. You might get paid a lot of money for it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that like when you look at other instruments like guitar, drum, hell, even the didgeridoo, they're just more, I don't know, recognizability? Is that a word? It's more recognizable. So you're gonna come up to like the stage with your harp and play a little sweet tune. It's like walking up there with like a flute or piccolo. No, not the one from Dragon Ball. The other one. The one from Dragon Ball would be way more funnier. So I guess we're gonna just end the discussion on the videos and the weekly walkthrough with a pole dancing squirrel. Anyway. Well, I was gonna end this with a Q&A, but I mean, I still can. But you know who I am. You know? I think I gapped enough anyways. Oh well. Let me see some other things I can bring up. No, that's it. So. Man, I went for an hour. This is great. No, actually, this is exactly what I intended. No, I'm going to do this more often. So, thank you all so much for coming by and watching and listening to the first ever weekly roundup. They're going to be an every Friday thing. One, to leverage the weight of finding more games to play throughout the week. You know, to make it a little lighter for me. And the second thing is that I get to talk and share my thoughts. And, you know, give everyone updates on what's going on and stuff. The next weekly roundup probably won't be this long. It'll probably be a lot shorter. The reason it's long as it is because I had a lot to say about the channel and some other stuff. But next time it's going to be way shorter. And of course, you know, everyone's... you can always just jump in and say something, ask, whatever. But I guess I'm just gonna wrap it up now.
So, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Red, the Gray Fox. I stream here on YouTube Monday to Friday on 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time because I had to look it up again. I'm not gonna say the Universal Time part because I think that's just straight up wrong now. So yeah, Eastern Daylight Time, 8 p.m. I play retro indie games. I do this weekly talk thing now. I also have an alternative account that you can... Yeah, it's there. Like and subscribe if you like what you're watching, listening to, or seeing. It helps me out as a creator, you know. Strike the notification bell if you already are, so you can get notified on when a new stream starts, when I upload a new video or shorts. Speaking of which, if there was any part of the stream that you liked, let me know in the comments below or in the chat or whenever. Let me know what part of any stream was your favorite, and I'll turn it into a short. You'll be credited on it, and it will be included on the monthly shorts compilation, which I upload as a video, and you also see at the beginning of my streams. Not the whole thing, but you do see it. And I will see everyone on Monday when I continue my playthrough of Squirrel with a Gun, potentially ending it. I don't know. And then on Tuesday, when we're gonna finish Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. On Wednesday, we're gonna go back to Sly 2, do another episode. On Thursday, oh man, I went blank. Dragon Quest 8. We're gonna continue playing Dragon Quest 8, and I'm going to try to do grinding. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. So, I hope you all have a good night or a good morning, wherever you are.